lembrar dos que eram. Puta que pariu. Ah, bonito. Estes dois eram.
If she's still in love, why does she claim she hates him? What is she hiding?
Sei lá, eu não me lembro qual era. Terceiro. Foda-se. Que merda. Foda-se. Tem que tentar todos um a um outra vez. Que chato. Puta que pariu. Outra vez. Foda-se. Oh, caralho. Mas é ver. Vou ver. Ele não gravou. Que pariu. Vai lá, não me lembro agora. Puta que pariu. Este. Este. E qual era o outro? Sei lá. Este. Não era. Foda-se. Puta que pariu. Médico. Não me lembro. Não é esse, é o outro. O outro tem três. Era este. Foda-se. Que pariu. Chato. Que eu não vi. Puta que pariu, já vi todos. Oh, foda-se. Foda-se para esta merda. Sério. Era um a um. Puta que pariu. Ninguém me ajuda. Vai ser nenhum?
No, the footprints don't match. Or if O'Leary killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
What are you doing?
Do you like sardines?
Excuse me?
Do you like sardines?
Ah.
Looks like the burglar isn't interested in bureaucracy. Not that I suspected otherwise, but it's obvious they weren't looking for money.
Did they take anything?
No, although... When you went in the hospital room to get your purse, did you get the gun as well?
Yes. Isn't it there? I put it back. I'd rather not go through that again.
That's too bad. It looks like they took it. Is this yours?
I think it belongs to the new cleaning lady. Mary just wasn't working out, so she left.
Clarice Freeman?
Yes. You think she did this?
Wait here, please.
قول.
Could be a knife wound. The murder was brutal. Ah, damn. I can just picture her saying, "Honey, I found a job. We're finally gonna make ends meet." want you to call the police, son, and then go straight to a friend's house. Don't even think about going home, and definitely don't come back here.
I'm staying at a friend's house. I haven't even set foot in my father's place yet.
Good. Do you have the keys? If the murderer didn't find what he was looking for, that might be his next stop, if he hasn't been there yet. For once I had the keys to the place, which meant I wouldn't have to use my lockpicks or... Ready-made meals on airplane trays in front of the TV. Who would have thought we'd end up eating like this? Dunn died 4 days ago, and that lettuce still looks okay.
Oh, não é no frigorífico. Foda-se. Nice, mais um.
Sardines. It's been open for a few hours.
Vai bater uma cena para ligar. Yep. Faz puto de basqueiro, mano.
It's pretty clear that the burglar came by the house before heading to the gym, which means he probably didn't find what he was looking for in here. Of course. Now I see how Dunn bought the apartment he was going to share with Mary. This place has to be empty in 2 weeks for the new owners. I wonder if Sonia knows about this.
Ora bem, que isto vai ter mais cartas para aqui.
You still looked at her every morning, so many years later, with a new love? Maybe we don't need to forget. Maybe pain just transforms into, I don't know, something. Another empty closet. This is too private.
Mais um.
Is this how he got in? Wow. Could Dunn really afford such luxuries?
Black Panther.
Or did he only want to impress Mary?
Aqui.
Elaine. I think that was Dunn's wife's name, according to Jake.
Na sala principal. Deixa eu ver se não tem lá nada de cartas. Keep quiet, Leon.
I seem to recall Sonia being mad about the pictures. But who knows? It's hard to believe that a pair of boxing fists could play something like this, although I'm sure he had the lungs for it. It looks like Dunn had already begun to move his things. Dunn? Thorpe? No idea. And these two, they look familiar. As I glanced at the telephone, I remembered the weekly password for O'Leary's illegal gambling operation. Even though I had rejected his reward for finding Yale, I had managed to make my own dirty money by ratting out the Eagle Pimp during our poker game. How much damage could a small bet do?
Yes.
Wild strawberries.
Welcome, sir. May I ask for the beneficiary of your bet?
I'd like to bet on behalf of Eugene Colbert's widow.
Oh, I see. All right. Event?
Stone versus Yale, Madison Square Garden.
Got it. Amount?
$5,000.
Winner?
Yale wins.
Place of delivery?
I'd seen several locations written out in O'Leary's basement, but I could only remember one, courtesy of my new matchbox, La Iguana Pool Room.
All right, sir. Good afternoon.
Look at that. The guy sure had good taste. I see more art in a boxer's hypnotizing footwork than in certain modern paintings.
Nada aqui.
Could this be the origin of Sonia's interest in business management? What's this doing here? One of the very few teen idols who only got better with age.
Não era o que estava nas fotos. Lá naquele escritório do lobo. Do ovelho, o que é? Bem, não tem mais nada a fazer aqui.
It doesn't look like anyone picked the lock.
Procurar mais alguma merda aqui.
No matter how hard I look, I'm not getting anywhere. I need to talk with Sonia, and maybe with her uncle Tim.
It brings back... I don't know.
Bad memories?
A pessimist, are we? It's like remembering the last day of summer. Scenes full of joy, picturesque landscapes, and yet the light is faint and the air is still, the calm before the storm.
I know that feeling.
I figured that much. I can see it in your eyes. We met in the army. We were all professional athletes. They called us the Olympic Five.
Who's the guy on the right?
Angus Mitchell, our combat medic, and a doctor with the New York Warriors. It was Spanow who got him assigned to our platoon.
Hey, isn't that Craig Spano? The guy on the Morley's billboards?
Yes, indeed. Our captain. He was the oldest, after all, and star of the New York Warriors. He was an orphan, you know. But he loved the sport so much that he said baseball was his family. He was the one who had Mitchell assigned to our platoon.
Who's the guy on the left?
Ah, Viktor Sukovsky, the athlete. You've probably heard of his medals.
Was Dunn already boxing?
Yes, he was. I had already seen him fight before I even met him. He was as humble in the ring as he was in life. He'd always let his rivals take the initiative. I remember how he barely dodged the blows. If you didn't look at his feet, it seemed like he wasn't even moving. And the footwork, pure dancing. You could almost hear the music. The song would play until his opponent was exhausted. Then came the drum roll, followed by Dunn's victory by KO.
What about you?
I had just signed with the Milestones. I hadn't even played my first game, but people said I had a bright future ahead of me.
But the war got in the way of that bright future.
Huh? No, I made it big when I came back. Best time of my life. Don't you remember that cop at the hospital? The one who let me in exchange for an autograph? Trust me, Nobody calls you Iron Arm if you're just sitting on the bench. Who would have thought that I'd end up becoming Tim Iron Legs Thorpe?
What happened?
I fought the Nazis for 2 years, up there in the sky, over Europe. And I never set foot in a field hospital. 3 years later, I crossed the street without looking. And look at me now.
What happened to all of them?
Zhukovsky died the same day they injured Dunn. Dunn received an honorable discharge and came home. He quit boxing and opened his gym. Mitchell was redeployed to a field hospital. Spano and I continued in the same unit, but nothing was ever the same. You see what I meant with the last day of summer. And after the war, well, who the hell cares?
I do. What happened to Spano?
Well, you've seen the billboards. He made it big time. When I was forced to retire, I got him some advertising deals. That's how I founded this agency. But then, something happened to him. He became sullen. He fell out of shape, and slowly but surely lost touch with reality. He withdrew from public life and broke off our friendship. Haven't heard from him in, 3 years? And believe me, I've tried to contact him.
You think Spano might have been involved in Dunn's death?
Spano? No way. He and Dunn were always... Well, Spano's changed so much that it's hard to say.
What happened to Mitchell after the war?
Mitchell? Who knows? We lost touch. I hope he's doing well.
I think I saw Mitchell not too long ago, but I can't remember where.
Seriously? Please try to remember. I'd love to hear from him again.
I'll do my best.
Allow me to double your wage. You have to find the murderer. Maybe Dunn stayed in touch with Mitchell or Spano. Maybe even with both. But he never told me anything. Maybe Sonia knows.
I doubt it. But that's not the only question I've got for her. May I?
Sonia? No, she's not here. Who's calling?
Where is she? You know, it's dangerous.
Have you ever wished you'd never been born?
What? Many times. Too many.
Then we're both in the same boat. First time was right after moving to New York. I hated my mother. She was the reason we moved from the countryside and the smell of freshly mowed grass to this dirty city and the smell of medicine. Her medicine. The second time was after she died. I hated myself for having hated her before, for not having loved her enough. The third time was when my father shut himself off. I hated him for that, for abandoning me, for giving in to the booze. Now he's dead, so Take a guess.
You've realized just how much you really loved him.
I guess so. But that's not the worst of it. The problem is I don't know how to live without hating him. Over the last few years, everything I've done was meant to push my father far away. To avoid being like him. To avoid making his same mistakes. Without him, I just don't know who I am. And you won't even let me hate Bobby, which might actually help me.
Careful who you hate. They all seem to end up dead.
You think I don't know that? I need someone to blame. Without that someone, I have only myself to hate.
Hate me. A good detective would have found the killer by now.
That's nonsense. You've already come so far. I'm sorry I haven't been a little more grateful.
In any case, you shouldn't hate yourself. You are... No, you have such good qualities. You're kind, smart, and beautiful.
Are you really trying to flatter me now?
No, seriously, I didn't mean to... Sorry.
Anyway, can we just drop the subject? Did you go to my father's apartment?
Yes. The thief went there before coming to the gym, which leads me to believe he didn't find what he was looking for.
And what was he looking for?
That's what I intend to find out, with your help. Your dad had great taste in music.
You think? Let me guess. The same taste you have, right?
Exactly.
You don't know how happy that makes me.
Your father sold his apartment. The new owners move in 2 weeks.
What?
I'm sorry. I think he used the money to buy a new place with Mary Purnell. You'll have to talk to her sooner or later.
My father. Even now, he finds new ways to make me hate him.
I found a picture taken during the war.
The Olympic Five.
Did you meet any of them, besides your father and uncle?
Well, Uncle Tim actually isn't my uncle.
No?
He and my father loved each other like brothers. Did he tell you that he saved his life?
Thorpe saved your father?
They were flying over Brittany in a 3-unit fighter plane. Zukovsky was the pilot, my father was the co-pilot, and my uncle manned the machine gun. Suddenly, enemy fire killed Zukovsky and injured my father, which is why he never boxed again. My uncle jumped out of the gun turret, ran to the cockpit, and managed to pilot the plane to safety. Oh, the times my father told me that story. And now...
You still have your uncle.
Yes, I guess you're right. Maybe he can also save me.
Did you ever meet Spano? What can you tell me about him?
I think I saw him once, but I was just a little girl. I think my uncle turned him into a star. That was a long time ago.
I found a baseball glove with Spano's autograph in your room.
Oh, I've never seen it. My father must have put it there. Although I don't remember him having a signed glove.
Did you ever meet Mitchell, the doctor?
Mitchell? The lizard? No, never. Why?
Oh, nothing. I think I've seen him somewhere. I saw your old room.
That's embarrassing. I see you were dead serious about me hating you.
I'm also a fan of Frank Papalia.
Oh yeah, the poster. I only liked him because my father thought he was too modern. But I'm glad we agree. I thought you shared my father's taste in music.
It's odd that there are practically no toys or memories of your childhood in the room, except for a small music box.
That box? It might just be my last happy memory. It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates. So, my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing. An X marks the spot, so I dug to find my treasure. I loved the music it played, the ballerina, and the little secret compartment. Oh, the secrets I kept in there.
I think it's the first time I heard you call your father Daddy.
Really?
Did the abacus inspire you to dabble in finances?
The most useful gift anybody has ever given me.
A gift from your Uncle Tim?
He used to say that in this day and age, a woman should know how to count. My father didn't agree, but he didn't oppose it either. People thought he was a liberal because of his attitude towards racial issues. But at home, things were different.
Are you cold?
A little. Maybe I should go. Anyway. Thanks for the company.
Sonia, thank you.
Aren't you coming?
I knew I was looking at a solution, but what exactly needed solving? Maybe Dunn used the same hiding place once more.
Oh, pronto, beleza.
I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy. It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me. Plus, it's actually pretty handy. When a crook talks to you in the middle of a fight, you know you're up against a rookie. And if he doesn't even say, "Help me, please,"
Nice.
What did they say?
nothing serious. I lost another one of my 9 lives. Oh, this hurts.
Got many left?
I'm in the red. He hasn't woken up yet?
Nope. We're gonna be here a while. Vulpine, 7 letters.
Scheming?
You think that's the same thing? I don't know. Sounds a bit off to me.
A sardinha. Okay. Não.
Wait, I know. Vulpine, 7 letters. Cunning. What are you looking for?
Nothing. Will he live?
He'll live.
So what have you found out?
Randall Lee. Apparently. In love with our penitentiary system, judging by the frequency of his visits. Theft, assault, extortion, minor things of the sort.
Any partners?
Always works alone. He's never ratted out his employers, provided they exist. Did you find anything? Is this our man? Do you have proof?
Este agora é que deve ligar aqui. Claro, o que ligava, caraças. Se calhar era o que dava 3. E este. E este. Puta que pariu. Deve aqui.
Looks like we know who tore his pants following Clarice Freeman up to the rooftop. His pants have a tear in them. I found a piece of that same fabric at the gym.
Bravo!
On the stairs that lead to the rooftop where we found the second body.
Makes sense, but how many pairs of ripped pants are walking around New York City? I don't call that evidence.
Não consegui ligar agora este. Este. Com este. Mais qual? Este? Não. Vai ter que ser a tentativa. Este. E este? Não. Este. Este. E este? Também não. Este. Este. E este? Também não. Este. Este. E este? Também não. Este. Este. E este? Não. Não há nenhum, foda-se. Também não é? Tem que achar mais alguma para a frente. Não encontrou o que ele estava à procura. Está a foto? Puta que pariu, não estou a ver como é que esta merda vai conectar. Tem 3, meu. Puta que pariu. Estou a perceber as ligações. Não é? Eu sei que isto não faz sentido nenhum para mim. Puta que pariu, nada conecta. Puta que pariu, o que é que isto tem a ver, meu? Puta que pariu.
The guy who broke into the gym in Dunn's place has a thing for sardines. Did you smell his breath?
Right, because there's only one sardine fanatic on this side of the Hudson. I need something more.
Será aquela de 3? Será que agora conheci que é aquilo? Era este? Era. Não. Tenta as botas com tinta dos documentos. Que botas? Isto? Que tinta? Tem aqui muitos com tintas, olha. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tenho que comer. Documentos? Que documentos, caralho? Isto? E depois? Não há nenhum? Não há nenhum? Uma boa merda. Para mim não faz sentido nenhum. Está com todos. Não dá nenhum. Comer. As voltas com tinta, com os documentos, com o volcade. Já tentei essa merda. Voltas com tinta, com os documentos. Que balde? O balde caído com a marca da bota. Tem todos marca da bota. Deu.
I saw footprints from those very same shoes next to both the Jim murders.
Unless you're telling me that shoe is a limited edition, I'm gonna need something else.
Foda-se lá o cão. Tem que ir comer.
One of the thugs that attacked me the other night had a snout just like his.
I'm sorry, but you can't incriminate someone based solely on species. What else you got?
What more do you need? I've given you 4 pieces of evidence.
None of which are conclusive.
He tried to throw me off the rooftop.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. He's our man.
No, he's not our man.
Make up your mind.
He's just a puppet. Someone is pulling his strings.
Could it be Yale?
I'm starting to have my doubts. Maybe I dismissed him too soon. By the way, was he discharged? His room is empty.
They let him out yesterday. He's in police custody now. You can tell he's an athlete. Made quite the comeback. Anyone else would have taken 10 times as long. Anyway, he better be fine. You know they've ordered me to escort him to Madison Square Garden on the day of the fight.
That's the first I hear of it.
Quick, what do you want? Good cop or bad cop?
I'm the bad guy.
Good thing someone took out the trash.
Good morning, Mr. Lee. I assume you're aware that you're about to be accused of murder, and that thanks to the witness testimonies of Mr. Blacksad and Miss Dunn, your future's not looking too good.
Go to hell, you dog.
I swear that if I catch you outside, you'll wish you were in hell.
Blacksad, stay out of this. Remember who's the cop here. Maybe we can offer you a deal. We know someone hired you to kill Joe Dunn and Clarice Freeman. What do you have to say?
I'll call your bluff. You ain't got nothing.
You know, I'm really good at planting false evidence.
Shut up, or I'll kick you out. If you tell us who hired you, we'll help you.
What can you offer me? You're pathetic. Is that why you never got in the police force, Blacksad? Did you fail the good cop, bad cop test? I won't say a word. And believe me, you stand to lose. Care for a piece of advice? If I were you, I'd fear for my life. I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Watch out!
I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Watch out!
I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Watch out! Luckily, Smirnov's wound wasn't as bad as Randall's. Unfortunately, the police found nothing on the nearby rooftops. Our best shot at finding the killer was gone, so I went back to my previous lead.
It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates, so my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing.
Bing bang!
Hello, Smirnoff residence.
You're dead! No, I got you with my lasso!
Can you quiet down, kids?
Dunn got killed for stirring the hornet's nest.
And you confessed your crime!
Kids, please.
He'd been investigating athletes for months, including Helen Moore and Al Stone, among others. Dunn's notes aren't all that clear, and I'm not sure what he was after. But I'd say we're facing a widespread corruption case.
Well, if you're right, that could be some dangerous evidence. Bring it here ASAP.
Sure, but there's something important that I need to finish first. I wanted to follow a certain lead on my own before Smirnoff had the chance to see anything. According to his notebook, Dunn had seen Craig Spano at Sam's Diner just 4 days before his death.
Get out of here, pussy!
I have some questions for you.
Oh, well, maybe I don't have answers for a pussy.
It might have been easier to slap the information out of him, but I decided to trust in a universal truth. Everyone is guilty of something. You don't know who I am, right?
Don't know and don't care. Come on, spit it out.
I'm John H. Blackmore, Public Health Inspector.
Oh, yeah, right. There are some real freaks around here, so I have to be firm, you know? Have you eaten? Dinner's on the house.
After you answer my questions.
Sure, go ahead. Your call. Always at your disposal, Inspector. Ask away.
Fear turned him soft and made him talk. Sure enough, Dunn had been there a few days back with a chimpanzee who matched Spano's description. Apparently, the guy still lived with his father. Dunn said he couldn't stay there a day more. For the time being, he would move into his place.
Wait a minute. What does Public Health Services have to do with that chimp?
The chimp died of food poisoning.
But wait! He didn't even eat!
Which is even worse.
E que é gato preto?
Ei!
Um gato preto.
Dunn had taken Spano to his place. I wanted to believe that when Randall Lee broke into the apartment, Spano fled to his former address. But where could that be?
Lord, killers. Let them kids alone. Forgive me. Forgive me. Sim.
Mas não acabaste esse jogo?
Não.
Mas estás quase.
Não
Deve
faço
ser muito
ideia.
grande no jogo. Deve ser muito grande.
Não.
São umas missões aqui.
Forgive me.
Sim.
But you can say baby.
Como é que se faz uma viagem rápida aqui no jogo?
Uma viagem rápida?
Sei, no Horizon. Tipo, fast travel. Eu sei que tenho que ter uma merda qualquer, mas depois de ter a merda, como é que eu faço a viagem rápida?
Não sei. Não é... Ah, já é no menu. Tens que ir ao menu.
E agora?
Acho que é no inventário dela. Tenho uma na. Tenho uma cena que diz fast travel.
If the living have rich and poor neighborhoods, so do the dead.
Ah, já vi.
Já viste?
Este artigo oferece uma viagem rápida. Ainda é que eu posso trocar? Onde é que eu uso? Aí tem que ir aos comerciantes, ok. É só nos meninhos que eu posso andar?
O quê?
É só nos comerciantes que eu posso andar?
Andar como assim?
Tipo, isto aqui diz que tem que ir um comerciante para andar.
Ah, é?
Sim, deixa-me ver se é verdade. Cala-te, caralho. Oh, Deus, não é Deus.
Writers, inventors, artists, businessmen, politicians, police officers,
vender. Eu
pimps,
não
and
quero vender
murderers.
nada. E este artigo, fonte, usa-se para viagem rápida, venda por lá. Eu não quero vender.
Here lie the bodies of the soulless minds that raised New York from the ground up.
Tchau.
Now you know where to go to become somebody in the Big Apple.
Sim, isso é que está aqui no inventário. Right and wrong. Easy go. Que achas? Ah, não é redondo. Oh!
Ai, caralho. Zoneiro. Gazé. Quero. Loirairo. E like sorry. Like a sorry.
O'Leary wouldn't have sent Randall to kill Dunn. He would have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him himself.
Tá feito.
Tá feito.
Tá feito. Cavalo. Cavalo. Ah, putz, não tenho cavalo, tenho que andar a pé. É melhor. Vou a pé. Ah, puta que pariu. Ali andar a pé nestes jogos, foda-se. Apaixonados como o caralho.
Pois é.
Eu sinto que isto vai dar merda. Não? Aqui que eu matei um man. Chegaste a acabar agora, essa não chegaste?
Não.
Não?
Cheguei muito pouco aí. Não estava a gostar assim muito. Why? Teachers! Let them kids alone! Kansas.
Mitchell, who fought with Dunn during the war, tried to pass as Yale's doctor.
Oh, filha da puta.
Ora, estou aqui no cemitério. Mais uma carta. Deixa eu ver se falta muitas.
Olha o filho da puta a bater no meu cavalo. Tá quieto, burro.
Isto falta cartas como o caralho.
Nada galopante.
A Celtic cross. Supposedly, the ring keeps the devil at bay by reflecting the sunlight. Really handy at this time of the day.
Acho os cemitérios americanos mais bonitos que os nossos.
Yeah, minha mãe está sempre a dizer isso.
Sim, cenas assim mais simples.
É tipo um parque.
É. Mas é muito mórbido, não é?
According to the book I found at Dunn's place, fans of the sport leave baseballs on Bradwick's tomb to pay their respects. It's strange that I don't see any. Maybe they're gone with the wind, or somebody claimed them as part of their inheritance.
Zoneiro.
Esses cabrões mandam-me ali para a frente, cabrões.
E o Fábio já está acordado?
Não sei, mano. Eu mandei-lhe umas mensagens e ele já as viu, portanto.
Não disse nada.
A mim não me disse nada.
The four bases guarding their father.
Que bonito.
Still hot.
Alguém andou aqui recentemente.
If this had been here over 30 minutes, it'd be covered in ants.
Isto deve ter bué de cartas para aqui espalhado. Oh, pumba, mais uma.
Quantos collectibles são?
Ui, deixa-me ver. Não sei se diz o número. Exato. Isto não diz o número exato.
Não?
Não. Oh, diz. Isto vai desde o 1 até o 100. Se calhar são 100.
Sim, sim.
Se calhar são 100. Devo ter deixado passar de muitos. Ah, está aqui.
É fodido apanhar os collectibles todos.
Isto são merdas pequeninhas.
Pô, é fácil de falhar. Não?
Yeah. Às vezes misturado com o ambiente. São umas cartas. Uns autocolantes.
Mas brilham ou caralho, para tu não
Não.
que elas estão aí?
Não.
Nada?
Não. Tipo, se vires, tipo, notas. Dá para distinguir, mas não brilha nem nada.
Ah, filha da puta, tinhas que fazer barulho, não tinhas ao burro.
I've never trusted angels. When they fall, the world falls with them.
Poeta. Este gato é um poeta.
Não, caralho, sei cá para fora, foda-se, não é para fora.
Caralho, que susto. Está ali alguém.
Pois era.
Olha o macaco. Está ali o macaco.
No fim do jogo acho que vais ter que decidir quem é que matou o gajo.
Não sei.
Achas que é assim que vai acabar?
Não sei se descubro
Ou se vais ter que ir. Tipo, é Lenoir. Eu não é Lenoir, nunca, tipo, ficava sempre na dúvida se tinha acertado ou não. Porque aquela merda tipo, nunca te dizia se estava certo ou não. Tipo, dava-te uma pontuação.
Não.
Eu lembro-me que um dos primeiros eu fiquei assim, puta que pariu, eu acho que fiz merda. Juro que aquilo não diz, tipo, se tu escolheste bem ou não.
Eu sei.
Todas vai Lenoir.
Eles estão a fazer o 2, não é?
É. Pelo que eu vi, foi uma accidental leak.
I've always been a New York Warriors fan, although, to be honest, they're not what they used to be. Yep, they just haven't been the same without Craig Spano. I'm investigating a case of sports corruption. I think a considerable amount of athletes are involved, both current celebrities and former stars.
No.
Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner, close to his gym. Then he took that person to his house, so that he didn't have to live at the cemetery. I would have never guessed the person's identity.
Estava sem vida, mano, e não tinha reparado. Morri.
Não tens com merdas.
Vai-te foder, olha. Já não há alarme para ninguém. Mamãe aí, mamãe-me na gaita.
Que na macaco.
Who are you? I'm FBI Agent John H. Blackmore.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Your turn.
Why did you meet with Joe Dunn?
Because he was looking for me. He came here one morning, but I was too embarrassed to come down. Because he left a baseball with his initials on by the tombstone. Sam's Diner, tomorrow, 12:30 a.m. Because he knew they want to kill me.
What did he want from you? And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time. How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth? Would he lose it? Could I take that chance? Joe Dunn is dead. Murdered.
I told you, Joe. How did it happen?
Não gosto. Não gosto de jogar, está-me a dar muita vida.
My turn. Why are you hiding here?
Because I fear for my life. Because this is the only place where I feel safe. Because Dunn took me to his place, but the guy who ruined my career came to kill us both. Because it's the same bastard that had Joe killed. Our old friend, the surgeon.
Achas que sim?
Vai, costuma ser. Foi o caralho do médico.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the person behind all of this?
Oh, não vais dar spoiler de nada, pá,
That
não?
surgeon you mentioned.
No.
Is he...
My turn. I want to know.
Puta que pariu. Por que eu vou esperar para ali se aquilo não faz merdinha nenhuma? Jogo estúpido.
Do it for Joe Dunn, our common friend. It's my turn. That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow!
Olha, deu-me com a bola.
Hey, that toss was... Huh? Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon. The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise, or how well he hid, I would find it.
Shit. Não, mano. Não, mano, era meio cão, não acredito. É que você vai para ali, caralho. Ah, pronto. Foda-se.
So, what you're saying is, one, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes. Two, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Every lead I've found points to him.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3. Since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell hired an anteater to get rid of him. Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you.
That's right.
But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell killed him to cover his own tracks. And, wait, 4. The key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spenow. Do you really trust him?
I think he didn't lie to us. Although he might not know the whole truth.
4. No, I mean 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Speno to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't add up.
Why not?
Just a hunch.
Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff that you're starting to have second thoughts about Yale's innocence. But what about O'Leary? 6.
Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through, so he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, you're right. Mitchell is the one pulling the strings. And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is
Eu
a
odeio quando os
suspect.
personagens são lentos como o caralho. Eu tenho que ir atrás deles.
This might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
You mean we still don't know who's pulling the strings?
I didn't say that.
Olha lá, caralho, estou à tua espera.
How did it go with Helen?
Vai ela paz.
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige. Perfect. Now, time for the interview. I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first?
Não, segue o Barley, eu vou à frente dele. Puta que pariu lá, puta da lógica.
Here's a question for Al. In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Yeah, sure.
My Al is going to kick that thug's behind. Isn't that so, honey?
Yeah, well, we'll see. No such thing as a weak rival.
Nonsense. You are and will be world champion. Next question.
Okay, now. Here's one for both of you. How did you meet?
At the party organized by Des...
Al, who threw the party doesn't matter one bit. What matters is that I saw you and you saw me. Our paths crossed and our lives were changed forever.
Moving on. Time for a picture.
How should we pose?
Show me your weapons. The fist against the racket. That's it. Perfect. Now what? Here's one for Helen. What can you say about the rumors that claim you were in a relationship with Desmond O'Leary?
Oh, honey. It would be such a shame to mention that shady character in your article, wouldn't it?
Why?
I'm sure your newspaper
É engraçado, essa senhora acho que era da contigo. Eu matei o Yuda e ele não estava lá. Que porra.
Okay. Okay, one more question, and...
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've got to go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
Yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd, too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was. All right, so where were we? Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed. Let's get that picture taken. Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. All right, so where were we? Let's get that picture taken. Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it.
Merda,
Wait,
merda,
I accidentally
merda.
moved. Stand still.
Merda.
I'll take another one.
Ai, Jesus, tanta gente que estava aqui, meu Deus.
O quê? Puta que pariu. Que caralho, esta merda.
All right, so where were we? Let's get that picture taken. Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one.
Merda.
Não estou a perceber esta merda. Foda-se, dá o caralho.
Alright, so, where were we? Let's get that picture taken. Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it.
Ah, filho da puta, que
I
tanta gente
accidentally
avança a
moved.
mim,
Stand
ó
still.
burro.
I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please. Now we got it. Should we keep at it?
Foda-se, como é que este cabeça de piso mata?
Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Did you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed. In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but I know that someone so popular and honest can draw the wrong kind of attention. There are plenty of people who would love to put an end to her career, so it's not easy.
I'm going to take one more, all right?
Esta merda outra vez.
Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like these?
Exactly. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right.
Era lagarto.
It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
Wait.
Outro aqui, filha da puta.
Are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
Ui, tu fica sem vida, merda.
How much do you think each bicep weighs?
A lot. But less than your tongue.
You're hilarious.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
How the hell did you make them pose like that? They're lovers, not sworn enemies.
I don't know. I was focused on my detective skills.
The boxing thinker, the boxing poet. Boxing just might turn out to be the intellectual sport of choice. Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse or putting it in? The boxing thinker, the boxing poet. Boxing just might turn out to be the intellectual sport of choice. I think she only smokes when she's nervous. What was making her nervous? That's a decent picture, but it doesn't tell the truth.
Huh? Of course it's the truth. I was there.
Stone isn't as strong as he looks, and Moore certainly doesn't need him to lift her up.
Sim.
I've seen that matchbox before.
Sim.
Wait, that's him.
Who?
Mitchell, the surgeon.
Seriously? We got him.
Not yet.
Right. We still have to find him. Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
Olha bem já, estás a ouvir?
Tá bem.
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon. Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy. But his joint was used as the gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to? Blackmore. John H. Blackmore.
I knew it. Although your Texan isn't half bad.
Let's just say I represent certain sports lobbies I'd rather not talk about.
I understand. My pleasure, Mr. Blackmore. You're natural. You're even better at pool than poker.
This is much easier. No one can cheat.
Ha ha. You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want me to say? Between you and me, it's not the first time I find myself in this situation. Who doesn't have their own barber with a license to kill? Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what do you really want with Cassidy? I just don't understand your motives.
You know how a scout goes out to Little League games in search of young talent? Well, that's what I was doing at your poker game. But it's too soon to tell.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm looking for one of your regulars, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
The cops are on his tail. I just want to warn him.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role his poker buddy plays in O'Leary's gambling operation. I'm sure you understand that.
Son of a bitch. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop. Like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand. Now all I had to do was follow him. He went in without it. I wonder what's in it.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
Looks like things won't be easy. Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there. Of course, he's Randall Lee's partner. I should be careful. When they gave me a beating, I could see he was kinda trigger happy.
Tem cartas para aqui. Jesus. Olha, estou enterrado na máquina. Puta que pariu. Olha como é que ele ficou na máquina. Ai meu Deus. Oh mano. A sério. Como é que o gajo está na máquina?
When you want to be silent, noise can be your best ally. Smells like liberty and oil spills.
Hey. You're one feisty cat.
Boom. A sério, ele fica sempre assim. Como é que eu volto agora? Não sei. Num caminho. Aqui? Já sei. Ainda era que funcionasse assim. Sim. Então. Vamos virar de costas. Oh. Tô que pariu. Puta que pariu. Será que tem que ser quando ele estiver mesmo abaixo de mim? Já sei.
I did mess up a guy's face with an extinguisher once, but this kind is too heavy for my current needs.
O macaco. Hey, judges, let them kids alone.
What does this place have to hide?
Quero tinha certeza que tem.
According to this, the warehouse belonged to a Canadian import company. Will I need help? Who would I call?
Smirnoff.
Pier 36. Meet me in an hour.
Blackstad?
If you're coming from Montgomery, it's the 6th sea-facing warehouse.
What's going on?
And bring the cavalry.
Sim. Gostei. Uma destas vai abrir. Sério que não tem nenhuma carta aqui? Estranho. Tem que ter.
A dream catcher. It's supposed to protect children during the night, trapping all evil in its spider web. If I'm not mistaken, these are incense sticks, used in cleansing rituals. Don't you even think of screaming.
I might not even talk.
Primeiro vou lá fora.
It looks like an arrowhead.
Não, caralho, foda-se. Ah, tenho.
Everything seems to prove that Gil is a Native American, and I'm almost sure that the woman in the picture is his mother. What's this warehouse for?
It's where I take my naps. I thought that was obvious.
Where did Mitchell go?
Mitchell? What Mitchell?
You know who'll always believe in you? Your mother. My mother never lost her faith in me. And I gave her plenty of reasons when I was a kid. I was a terrible student. I flunked absolutely everything. Somehow my mother managed to keep me in school until I got into college, but I never gave her reasons to believe in me then either. I made new friends. The type of friends that convince you to do things that wouldn't make a mother proud. Then Pearl Harbor happened. I got drafted and sent to Europe. I knew killing Nazis was my moral duty. My mission, my redemption. But I couldn't. I spent the whole war hiding and shooting at air. But when I got back, I was treated like a pariah, a veteran outcast who never should have come back in the first place. And yet, my mother never ceased to...
Oh.
I also fought in the war. That's where I met Mitchell. They used me, like many of my people. And then they just tossed us aside. The first time Mitchell offered me to do this, I told him to take a hike. I wanted to get my act together, but I ended up begging him. I don't like Mitchell. I don't like the things he makes me do. I don't like that German rat either. But what I like least of all is myself. I don't like what I did during the war, and I don't like what I'm doing now. Do you know what it's like to kill a friend for the sake of the mission? But my mother, she always thought I'd make amends and start anew. Maybe it's time I did just that. It's number 3.
Right! Teachers! Leave the kids alone!
What if it was Gil who killed his partner Randall Lee under Mitchell's orders? Shame. But when I got back, I was treated like a pariah, a veteran outcast who never should have come back in the first place. And yet, my mother never ceased to...
I also fought in the war. That's where I met Mitchell. They used me, like many of my people. And then they just tossed us aside. The first time Mitchell offered me to do this, I told him to take a hike. I wanted to get my act together, but I ended up begging him. I don't like Mitchell. I don't like the things he makes me do. I don't like that German rat either. But what I like least of all is myself. I don't like what I did during the war, and I don't like what I'm doing now. Do you know what it's like to kill a friend for the sake of the mission? But my mother, she always thought I'd make amends and start anew. Maybe it's time I did just that. It's number 3.
What if it was Gil who killed his partner, Randall Lee, under Mitchell's orders?
Foda-se que agora fica tudo escuro. Olha. Está tudo. Capotas, está tudo fodido. Engana-se. Olha. É número 3, já disse que era número 3. Gosto. Até que pariu, o som está todo fodido também. Agora não é som. Olha, vem o macaco. Ah, puta que pariu, o macaco.
Hey. It's all right. Don't be afraid, little girl. I'm a friend, okay?
Beta, no hurt.
Que feia. São também nervar.
list of names, somehow related to chemical agents?
Yeah, ela estava a passar aquele tenista. Uma merda destas. Ouvi eu. Isto é que eu andava sempre a ganhar. São. Como é que se diz? Esteroides.
Subject, Brunhilde Gruner. Treatment, day 1514. The patient's ability to speak continues to diminish. Now she can only pronounce the occasional word in German. It's as if she had gone back in time, not only due to her declining cognitive function, but because she appears to have forgotten everything she learned since her arrival in America. Tissue degeneration persists. And yet, perhaps due to drastic reduction of benzylprodine dosage and an increase of anupropion, we have observed a 3% of deceleration of said degeneration. Furthermore, and perhaps this is the best finding so far, the subject exhibits a mild recovery of her speaking function. It's not a lot, and yet we're on the right track. All hope is not lost.
Fez experiências com a rapariga. Cala-te, caralho, que macho.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess called...
Brunhilde!
Hi, my name is Brunhilde, and I'm very happy,
said Brunhilde. And then Brunhilde, who had a beautiful name...
Really beautiful.
A really beautiful name ran into someone very special.
Oh, who was it?
A magical cat called John.
I'm a magical cat and my name is John. Hi, John the cat. I really like magical cats. I'm Brunhilde. I'm going to use my magical power to help you. Bake some delicious pies. I love pies. Which is your favorite? Wow, that's a very hard question. But John the cat, it's the easiest question in the world. Let me show you how easy it is. My favorite pie is... pecan! Whoa, Brunhilde. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Bird! Bird? John. Brunhilda. Front. Do play. Ich look.
Okay.
Hi, Bird. Why are you wearing that mask?
Weil... gas.
Well, maybe we should get out of here. What do you think, Bird? And what about you, Brunhilde? Don't you think that,
Caralho, vai virar. Ai não. Morreu. The fuck?
Subject, Craig Spano. Treatment, Day 0. The subject is a veteran baseball player who has lost speed, strength, and agility due to the regular aging process. The patient refers intense pain on the right scapula, most likely caused by an old injury. Unfortunately, due to the injury's nature, surgery is not advised. The goals of our medical approach are twofold: to relieve pain caused by the prior injury so that the subject can play without symptoms, and to help the patient regain the physical condition lost in the aging process, thus allowing him to perform at elite levels. To that effect, he will receive daily administration of strong opioids along with treatment. Day 128. Treatment so far has been a success on all fronts. The patient no longer feels pain when using his right arm, circumstance that allows him to pitch without fear. Furthermore, the patient's athletic performance is not only up to par with that displayed at the height of his career, but it has even exceeded all expectations, improving the subject's precision and focus. So far, the only side effect seems to be a slight euphoria experienced 3 hours after dosage, which subsides 4 hours later, taking the patient on an emotional roller coaster of sorts with bouts of mild trembling. Treatment. Day 341. The patient's health has visibly deteriorated. Moments of euphoria and boosted physical performance have become increasingly shorter, while the ensuing periods of depression and weakness have become longer, including severe trembling and tachycardia. Although we have met all therapeutic goals, we will proceed to terminate the treatment in order to avoid causing irreparable physical and mental damage to the patient.
Saber o que é que se passa. Este gajo dopava os gajos para apostar neles, que era para depois ganhar as apostas todas, só que como tinha efeitos secundários, como o cão, que estava todo fodido, já com ataques e o caralho, a coisa não correu lá muito bem. E agora, o que é que a morte do dono está relacionado com isto é que eu ainda não percebi.
Mitchell is cashing in by selling drugs to enhance athletes' performances.
Ah, o Mitchell é que está a vender. A fazer-se passar por médico e o caralhinho.
The worst part of Mitchell's scheme isn't that it's illegal or unethical, it's that he didn't even care about compromising the athlete's health.
E agora? Vou ver aqui mais qualquer merda. Eu se não tivesse assim todo fodido. O jogo era muito incrível.
Gil? You know you're not allowed down here. You know you're not allowed.
You bastard! I should kill you right here, right now!
I don't know.
You don't know? How much did Mitchell pay you for your soul?
It's not about the money. It's about Brunhilde, my daughter.
Filha dele, aquela.
She was born with a degenerative disease, a rare condition similar to the Angelman syndrome. There are only 4 known cases like hers, and none of the patients reach the age of 5. But I couldn't give up. I continued to research and found something. It didn't make her better, but anyway, that same treatment used on healthy subjects seems to improve their stamina and their reflexes. It also seems to improve their pain threshold. Somehow, the Reich heard about my experiments and tried to recruit me to create super soldiers. Yes, that Reich. We're talking late 30s, Berlin. I escaped with Brunhilde and came to your country. But the American military also heard about me. I spent the entire war experimenting with drugs on soldiers. Some were highly effective, I must say.
Não sei do macaco.
When the war was over, my experiments were discarded. I was forbidden all access to the drugs, and Brunhilde got worse. But then God sent me Angus Mitchell. We had met during the war, and he came to offer me a deal. I would make drugs for athletes, and he would sell them. With my earnings, I could pay for Brunhilde's treatment. What else do you want me to say?
What are the long-term effects of those drugs?
It depends on the patient. But they all develop an addiction, even Brunhilde.
Já viste outra?
They also suffer other symptoms. Some become delirious. She's losing muscle mass by the day. Others lose their ability to focus. And some, slowly but surely, lose it all.
About those pills. What is he looking at?
Filha da
Don't dwell on it, Josh. You had to tell him the truth in order to protect Brunhilde. I would have done the same thing. Finish packing up your things and stop torturing yourself, okay?
Thanks, Angus. I won't be long.
Oh, honey. You like living here? Yeah, me too. But we have to go somewhere else, and it's all that bad cat's fault. Yes, sweetie. We're going to a new home.
Oh, palhaço.
A prettier one.
Adiciona o game aqui. Acho que ele está online. E ele disse que vinha jogar.
Tá bem.